Less powder next time. Thanks for joining me for Arcade Arcana, a weekly tarot reading for each of the 12 zodiac signs in the horoscope. Finally, we get up to Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces, the last 3 zodiac signs of the zodiac wheel. We're pulling 3 cards for each, so let's go ahead and get started. Alright, Capricorn, for this week we have the 7 of Cups, 3 of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. Awesome. So in the beginning of the week, you're going to be in a position where there are multiple paths in front of you, Capricorn. There's different things that are available to you: beauty, wealth, communication. There's a ton of different options for you to choose, but I want you to be especially careful for any illusions that you bring into your decision. Any limitations you have for yourself, anything that limits you or holds you back, it's not going to serve you. Be mindful of the choice that you make going forward, because it's very important not to get caught up on the subjective part of the decision process. How you feel about the decision, how it makes you, how it brings you joy, how it brings you happiness. Really get down to the nitty-gritty of the terms, the conditions, the interest rates, whatever it is for you, Capricorn. You need to make sure that you're slicing through any illusions that you've put on yourself and on your future, because if there's any sign that's going to fight for their future the hardest, it's definitely Capricorn. From there, in the middle of the week, we have the 3 of Cups, which brings us to a joyful celebration. I mean, you're around friends, you're around a bountiful harvest, you're really just looking to celebrate with the people that you love most, get around them, start dancing, gleeful joy. Joy, joy, joy. After that big decision that you make, it really turned out. You just have to go with your gut, believe yourself, and you'll be in a position to take a moment, have some fun, decompress, especially around friends. So make sure in the middle of the week you're making time to spend with other people. You're getting acclimated with your friend group and really just spending time with the people you love, because that's really what's going to help you make it through the week and get you to the finish line, Capricorn. So don't be all work, work, work. Be a little play, 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 and enjoy your time here in the middle of the week. And then by the end of the week, you might be touched for a new opportunity, a new business partnership, a new opportunity to finally lay down the foundations of the business or the project you've been working on at work. The Ace of Pentacles brings us the pentacle, brings us the fire to start the work. And it's really about exploring all of the different aspects and knowing that even if it doesn't pan out, this is a learning experience for you, Capricorn. So don't be afraid to jump head into this situation, because you're going to find that in the end, it's going to lead you to a new place, a new destination, a new goal that you never even knew was possible. And remember, nothing you do is in vain, because we know that when Capricorn works, it always ends up on top. Alright, up next for Aquarius, we have the 10 of Swords, the King of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. So the 10 of Swords tells us that we've reached the end of the sword suit, and the sword suit is a particularly difficult suit to go through because it's in the mind, and the mind is such a trap when it comes to illusions, projections, and fantasies that we make for ourselves, our own biases, whether they're objective or subjective. It can be really scary to take a journey through the mind and to really know one's mind beyond just what we think, but also our mindsets, our perspectives, how they change, how they evolve. Especially for you, Aquarius, I think it's a time of rest, a time of healing. You've reached a point where you're exhausted, Aquarius, and I want you to know that it's worth it. It is very much so worth it. Definitely in the beginning of the week, take it slow, take it careful, and watch for other people around you. You're a very perceptive sign, even if people don't want to give that to you. You're able to see through a lot of the, I want to say precepts, I don't think that's the right word, but a lot of the kind of conditions that we all place on each other to be social, to be in a relationship with people. So be careful for the ones around you who are giving you this perception that they're not good for you. They're not going to be there for you, and they may even stab you in the back. Be very careful going into the beginning of the week. Low and slow. Really simmer, quite frankly, in the beginning of the week. Because by the middle of the week, I think, Aquarius, you may be in for a promotion. So we have the King of Pentacles, which represents mastery over work, which represents mastery over the earth, as a dimension, as an element, mastery over the family and the home. You know, there's a lot of Taurus energy in the King of Pentacles. And one thing Taurus has taught me is that they put their feet down, they plant them, and it takes a lot to move them from that point. The King of Pentacles is also in a position where his feet are planted on the ground. He's resting back in his chair. He's steady, he's secure. So I see that translating for you, Aquarius, in the workplace, whether you take a promotion, whether you take a new course on something you've been wanting to learn. But I want you to really think about the things that you've mastered so far, the things that you've really put the work in to get it through to the other side, and really reminisce on mastery. I think that's what you're really focused on this week. So the beginning of the week, very take it low and slow, but by the middle of the week you'll find that was just a brief transitionary period to what you're going to be coming through now. And by the end of the week, you have the Queen of Swords, which shows us it's a woman seated. She's holding up her hand. She's got a firm grasp on her sword, on her element. Again, queens also represent a mastery. So what the Queen of Swords tells us is to be decisive in your act. Be quick-witted, be quick on your feet, carry in that flowing, dynamic air energy that you guys are so known for. Take decisive action, but take action that's thoroughly thought out, thoroughly planned. Because the Queen of Swords has a tendency to be decisive. What does that mean? It means to slice through the different options. It means to latch onto an idea, that's the one, right? To latch onto an action, that's the one. In this scenario, you don't want to be too quick to judge. You just want to be quick to act. You want to be quick to see through the different variables that are at play, the different options that you have, and really sit through and know that you have the knowledge, you have the ability to see through it all, to know it all, and to move forward secure in your ability to communicate that, to express it, to share it, and to really build on it, which I think is important for you this week, Aquarius, is building, manifesting, and really getting down to the nitty-gritty, the larger questions in life, not the little questions of how do I do this, how do I do that, really looking at your life and what are the big overarching ideas and the big overarching things you have to know to move forward. That's what you need to focus on this week, Aquarius. All right, Pisces, you're up. For your first card, we have the Nine of Swords, the Five of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. So for Pisces, your week starts off kind of in a period of lapse. I don't know if that makes sense. That's what I'm hearing. But it's really about healing. It's about resting and not driving yourself crazy with all the thoughts you have in your head, overthinking the situation and digging yourself a hole that you can't get out of. Especially you, Pisces, when it comes to your emotional depth and your emotional grasp. You know, this is not the time to psychoanalyze the situation. You really want to be meditating, releasing, detaching, really spending time not up, awake, worrying about the different aspects of your life, the different ideas you have, the different things you've done, but really resting, healing, and giving yourself the grace and the mercy to move past it. And I think that comes for you in the middle of the week when we look at the Five of Cups. So the Five of Cups is going to show us that it's all your mindset, it's all your perspective. You have 3 cups turned over in front of you, and you can see that the situation is negative, that you're afraid, that you feel like you're lacking both the emotional ability, the mental ability, and the strength to move forward. But really, you need to turn around, shift your perspective, shift your mindset, because there's 2 cups behind you that are up, ready, willing to receive, ready to fill you up, ready to fill the people around you up. So make sure, Pisces, that you're spending a lot of time Wednesday, Thursday, thinking about where you find yourself. Is this situation permanent? Probably not. Is this situation going to last? Is this situation going to make me better? Probably not. So really take some time to pull yourself out of the situation, get a better grasp, and change your mindset, because you're able to do that. You're able to choose happiness, to choose gratitude over fear, and sorrow. And then from there you have the Knight of Cups. So obviously you've taken a good turn from the middle of the week, really from the beginning and the middle of the week. You're going to be in a position to share your joy, share your charm, and share your happiness with the people around you. Look towards different styles of communication, different styles of getting your message out there and spreading the love and the joy that you feel every day around you. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable and to, feel invincible even when you're vulnerable, because that vulnerability is what's going to carry you through and make the long-lasting decisions, relationships that you want. But it only comes from sharing what you have, which is your overwhelming amount of emotional depth and clarity when it comes to these situations. Don't be a shut-in on Friday. Don't be a shut-in on Saturday. Enjoy your time with your friends. Enjoy your time with your family. And really spread some love and some joy in the world, because it's going to make you feel like a better person. It's going to make you feel more prepared to sit down and deal with the situations you find yourself in. I think it's going to be a really transformative week for you, quite honestly, because there's a lot of letting go. And recontextualizing where you find yourself and how that kind of leads through your story. Thanks so much, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces, for visiting me this week. Make sure you check back on Monday for next week's reading. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I want to know what your favorite zodiac sign is and why.